Hello there, beautiful people. It's a lovely day, and I welcome you back to my channel. In today's upload, I have a news update for you from the camp of Chelsea. Now, the first news in today's update is about Angelo Gabriel. We'll look at his transfer to the Saudi Pro League. And then after that, I want us to also take a critical look at one of the very worrying statistics about our midfield, particularly about Enzo Fernandez. In the news, Chelsea winger Angelo Gabriel has been officially confirmed to complete a permanent move to the Saudi Pro League, El Nasser for that matter. The Brazilian joined Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane's side in a deal worth 23 million euros. When you convert that to pounds, that will give you about 19 million pounds, specifically about 19.37 million pounds. In fact, Chelsea signed Angelo for 15 million euros last summer, and he was sent straight to Strasbourg on loan. Angelo Gabriel has never played a competitive match for Chelsea, and so if Chelsea is now selling this guy for 23 million euros, he was bought for 15 million euros, it means that Chelsea is making about 8 million euros profit on the guy. When you convert that to pounds, that should give you 6.37 million pounds. So you can see the plan was always clear. The plan of these owners has always been clear. These owners are buying some of the players and trying to farm them out on loan, and later on sell them out to make profit on them. That is fine for the club. If they can be making profit from these players, that is going to help the club. But what we want them to also do is that at least they should try as much as possible to always bring in experienced players who can help the club immediately. So that is about Angelo Gabriel. Now, in another news, Chelsea has also agreed a 9-year deal with Nicolas Jackson. Nicolas Jackson has signed an extension to his contract, a 2-year extension. We are happy for Nicolas Jackson for signing the deal and agreeing to stay with the club for the future. Now, let's go straight to the worrying stars that I talked about. Now, these stars is about Enzo Fernandez. I had a chance to look at Enzo Maresca's statistics the other day, and when you look at his statistics, you realize that Enzo Maresca's teams separate into two parts. Now we have the defensive part of the team, and then we also have the attacking part of the team. Now the 4 defenders we always see at the back are not the people who always stay at the back. One of the defenders always invert into midfield, so the defense becomes a 3-2, which is 5 players. Now Enzo Maresca always moved the other midfielder into attack. So when you look at his teams and his matches, you realize that there are always 5 attackers in the game. So we press the ball very high up the pitch and then try to wrestle possession from the opponent. Now, when we are able to wrestle possession from the opponent, we turn that over to create chances and to also create goals from there. But what happens if we are unable to wrestle possession from the opponent? Or maybe in possession, the opponent rather wrestles possession from us and turns the balls over. They do a very quick transition and counter attack us. Now, if that happens, it means that the defensive midfield pairing of Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, for instance, must quickly rush back to help the defense and shield them. But what has been happening? I don't think that is exactly what happens. When you look at our competitive games, you realize that Enzo Fernandez, when in the game, doesn't do that part of the work. The game that we played against Servette the other day and won 2-0, Enzo Fernandez didn't start in that game, and so I did not include that game in this my analysis. But when you look at the other games, when you take Manchester City, for instance, you take the Servette game, the second leg that we lost 2-0, you also take Wolves, you take Palace into consideration, you realize that there is a very worrying stats about Enzo Fernandez, and if he doesn't improve this particular stats, Chelsea is not going to get a chance to even climb up the table to enter the top 4 in the Premier League. Now, when you look at our game against City, Enzo Fernandez played 90 minutes. Now, when you look at the ground duels, that is the very stats that I want us to look at. There are, in fact, 3 particular stats that I want us to look at. The ground duels of Enzo Fernandez. He attempted 7 ground duels and succeeded 4 times. That is actually 57% success. Now, when you look at his possession lost, in that game, he lost possession 13 times. Then interceptions. How many interceptions did he do? He did none. Zero interception. So, if Enzo Fernandez is moving from deep midfield to help the attack to become 5 players over there, and Enzo Fernandez can lose possession 13 times, look at what happens if we have a very counter-attacking team. He lost possession 13 times. Now, when you move from that City game and you go to the Servette second leg game, you realize that the ground duels that Enzo Fernandez attempted were actually 9. In that game, Enzo Fernandez played 63 minutes. He attempted 9 ground duels and then was successful only 3 times. That is 33%. We are talking about a defensive midfield over here. We are talking about a defensive midfielder over here. He attempted 9 ground duels and was successful only 3 times. 33% success in ground duels. When you go to possession lost, he lost the ball 10 times in that game. He was dribbled past 4 times in that game. Interception, he only made 1 interception in that game. It's a very worrying start. You can actually take a look for yourselves. The other statistics are there. What I am giving you here is a courtesy sofa score. So we go to the Wolves game. The Wolves game that we actually won, Enzo Fernandez played 90 minutes in that game. Ground duels attempted 11, success 6, 55%. Now, you realize that when you look at this particular game, the count of ground duels increased very much. He was actually involved in the game, so he attempted many ground duels, although he was successful only 6 times. Then possession lost in that game. Enzo Fernandez lost possession 18 times, staggering 18 times. Is that good for Chelsea? Is that going to take us forward? In fact, we were made to believe that the new Chelsea owners are data-driven. Everything they do is about data. Now, if they are not actually looking at this data, I want to draw their attention to this data. Possession lost 18 times in the Wolves game. Interceptions, 0. He made 0 interceptions in the game. So he's just in the game, waiting for the ball to come to him. He doesn't do anything with the ball. He loses possession. And when you look at even his accurate passes in that game, Wolves game, 77%. That is very worrying. Now, when you go to the Palace game that we drew 1-1 in that game. Enzo Fernandez once again played 90 minutes in that game. When you look at the ground duels attempted 6, he was successful 4 times. When you look at possession lost, he lost possession 19 times. 19 times. Is this going to help us? So the rest of the statistics is there. I have collated these statistics for you to all see. This is the first one that I have brought out. I am going to also try and bring out that of Casedo, because those are the players that are supposed to protect our defense. So I will make time, get statistics, get that data also together and present it to you. Let's see if this our defensive midfield pairing is going to help Chelsea going forward. Now, I mentioned that Enzo Fernandez didn't start the game against Servette. In that game, we won 2-0. Then we also know that last season, when Enzo Fernandez went for that injury, and then Caicedo and Conor Gallagher were paired in the midfield. You realize how our games went. In fact, we won 5 games on the trot. And so I want us to look at these statistics and see if Enzo Fernandez is actually the weak link of this Chelsea team. In fact, I have created a post trying to find out from you who you think is the weak link of this Chelsea team. Please try and visit that post and cast your vote over there. So that is what I have for you today. Please don't forget to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please try and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell so that when these videos are uploaded, you'll be among the first to get these videos. Please also share the link so that we can move this channel forward. Thank you very much. Till I see you another time with the Chelsea news.